How does that come in through text messages and instant messages?
So in this instance, it was using, again, that source profile is WhatsApp, which is a messaging service application. And you can generate video and voice calls within the WhatsApp program. So this was showing us that it went through as a message because it recognized this as a messaging service. However, it was a voice call created within this third-party application.
And is there a way to determine whether or not that was read or open and viewed?
No, there's not.
Okay. Going here to line 16, sir. If you can just read what time and date did that message come in?
This message was sent to the device on 5/24/2019 at 10:23 and 42 seconds a.m.
And where was it from?
This was a WhatsApp message.
And the individual phone number or address that it came from, which would be this column here.
Yes.
What does that say?
So the originating sender, the number 306-932-286545, and then it has the at s.whatsapp.net and a name Andreas Tutsiardis. And then the other participant, it has that listed again as the participant, as well as 1-860-478-8625 at s.whatsapp.net, labeled Photostudios.
Is there any way to determine, looking at the Cellbrite PDF report, whether or not that message was open and viewed?
No.
But what about this area? I mean, we've seen the empty file attachment. What does this mean?
Well, so this file actually was sent with an attachment. So if the attachments were available on these empty files, it would look something similar to this, where you have the attachment itself and we're able to view what it was.
Are you able to determine if that was open and viewed and when that was?
Not based on this report, no.
Okay. And going down to line 17, just taking a look, there's this red yes over here. What does that mean?
So if you were to go all the way back to the top again, you can actually see that there is a header for it, and it's marked as that the item was deleted. So Cellbrite will tell you if it determines that an item has been deleted from the device, and that indicator is simply showing us that it was.
Does it give you any information about how that was deleted, whether it was, well, I'll stop there.
No, it could have been either through manual deletion, through user interaction, or it could have been a system process. I'm unable to tell based on that.
And by system processing, what do you mean?
So there are certain settings that can be created by the user, or certain settings that are created by the manufacturer that cause data to be deleted from the device after a certain period of time, or a certain period of data retention is reached. So the device will actually go in and start to remove that data itself without the user having to delete it.
Could you tell either way in this case?
In this case, no.
And just going through, sir, that was prior, some of those times were prior to 5:35 in the morning, correct?
There was a large span of times. I don't recall all of them.
Okay. And the time that the state asked you on direct was specific to 5:35 to 12:22 time period. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to just want to clarify on states 131. Well, I would if this worked. So let me just ask you, sir. Between 5:35 in the morning and 12:22 in the afternoon, did the phone move?
I don't recall whether or not it moved.
Okay, do you recall the report generated on the activity?
Yes.
Well, And in that activity log, did it move a certain amount of meters or steps?
Without seeing the report, I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, the drive's not working, so I'll just ask you a couple more questions if I can. With the movement on the phone prior to 5:35, there was movement. After 12:22, there was movement on the phone, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and with respect the user interaction data, I think that was what you talked about, the unlocking, the moving of the phone and everything. That could still happen even if the phone is in one place.
That's correct.
Okay, what about answering a phone call? That could happen if the phone is in one place.
Objection, this is just making statements, not even questions. It's leading and it's not a question.
Well, the avenue of the cross concerned movement as captured by the health app. The redirect concerns movement, and the court is not aware that counsel is asking about movement through the health app recordings. But the issue is movement of the phone. So the court is going to allow the redirecting. So overruled.
Thank you. Now, sir, if I can, I'll actually ask you a more pointed question. States 131, I was able to take a look at it. I'm going to open file 10, please. Now, this is what exactly is this again?
This is much more data-filled report regarding the activity sensor data.
Does this have anything to do with the health app?
Yes, this is what the health app would use in order to gather data for these things.
And this is encapsulates just the time period from 5:35 to 12:22, right?
Well, I'm going to object. It's from 6 to 7.
Well, the witness can either agree or disagree.
Well, it's a misstatement of the
The
exhibit.
witness can either agree or disagree.
I believe this is all the data that was captured between that period of time.
For the activity sensor, for the movement.
Correct.
Okay. Now, prior to that 5:35 time period, council showed you that report. That data indicates 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I think 5:11 was one of the time periods. That's on the health app as well.
That was the activity sensor data, yes.
Okay, but this is only after 5:35.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing else.
I have no question.
Thank you, Detective. You may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, the court assumes that's the last witness for today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we stated this morning, there's no session tomorrow. Monday's a state holiday. So we plan to reconvene on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. As usual, please do not discuss the case, follow no media about the case, and have a safe weekend.